Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome again to another live, and hope you're having a great day. Good to have you on with us this morning. We got a couple of studies we want to look at, headlines that we'll look at in health this morning. And good morning, Wendy. How are you? Michael? Good to have you on. Jeanette this morning, and Andrea from Niagara Falls, Nativity. Our faithful followers. Okay. Good to have you on this morning. Okay. I'll wait for a moment or two. Here's John. Rosa, good to have you. And Lucy. And Nellie. Good. Okay, appreciate it big time. Annette from New Brunswick, and Baxter, Jocelyn, Mark. Good morning to you. We appreciate it, guys, very, very much. Vicky and Tracy. Okay. We're ready to go. Yolande, I was waiting on you here before I get started. Shelley from Manitoba. Pakistan, Nahid. Nice to have you on, Nahid, with us this morning. Diane, bonjour, Diane, our dear friends. Anita, good to have you on. Okay, here's the headline. Beth, Linda. Okay, Milika from Stouffville. Okay, here's the headline. Jeanette, good morning to you, okay? We are in trouble. No wonder we are in trouble. Now, I just posted, again, this chart, and it says the top sources of... Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. Everything all right? Just somebody give me a thumbs up to make sure you can still see me and hear me. Okay, everything good? Okay, great. I don't know what happened. I just got my phone. Okay. Top sources of calorie in the U.S. diet. Okay, so I'm going to go from 1 to 9. This is posted on the Martin Clinic Facebook group. So here we go. Number 1 to 9. The top sources of calories in the U.S. diet. I get a headache just thinking about this. Number 1, in terms, look, I don't care about calories, but these are the most popular foods. Number 1, cookies, cakes, donuts, granola. I was reading this morning, but I saw it the other day. Oh, they're giving you a Krispy Kreme donut if you get vaccinated for and you get a free Krispy Kreme donut. I think that's undoing everything that the vaccine is supposed to do. Oh, okay. The top sources of calories in the USA: cookies, cakes, donuts, and granola. They're all put in together. Number 1. Number 2, breads. And remember, all these things are not only full of sugar, they are sugar. Bread's number 2. Now, number 3, chicken dishes. I can live with that, but listen to what I'm going to say. A lot of times when they say chicken dishes, like if they mean chicken fingers or, most of these chicken, you make chicken at home, beautiful. But chicken dishes, a lot of that is fast foods, and that is omega-6. It's cooked in the wrong oil. It's cooked in seed oils, and that makes it highly dangerous and not good for you, okay? So chicken dishes, sure, if you're eating chicken and it's prepared at home pretty well, but otherwise, I have a feeling when it comes into the top sources of calories in the U.S. diet, this isn't good. soda and energy drinks, number 4 on the list. And I've talked to you about never, never, never drink soda. Ooh, it's no good. And energy drinks. I mean, how they, and even Gatorade and all this garbage, it's garbage stuff for your kids. Number 5, pizza. Highest source of calories in the U.S. diet, 5 on the list is pizza. Number 6, alcohol. Number 7, pasta. Number 8, tortillas. Mexican food is getting to be very popular, isn't it? And number 9, at least it made the hit parade, were beef dishes. Beef dishes. Guys, I tell you, no wonder we're in trouble. This chart should be preached about 24/7 because it's food, guys. It's food. Every one of these things will elevate your insulin. Let's give chicken the benefit of the doubt unless it's, you get it at a fast food place, because the chicken itself is not bad. It's how they cook it. And that gives you the double whammo, because when all these foods are very high on insulin. And then if you combine that with the omega-6, and that is because it's cooked in the wrong oil, that gives you high. So insulin gives you inflammation, and then the omega-6 gives you inflammation because you don't have enough. It's that ratio between omega-6 and omega-3, okay? So, anyways, I thought I'd bring the chart out, and it's posted there on the Martin Clinic Facebook group. Okay, so which one do I want to do next? There's been some, here's another headline, and I just bring it out to you. Here's the headline, the health headline, okay? I'm always looking for headlines behind the headlines in health news for you. Here's the headline, I would just comment on it. Researchers now know what causes cold sores, okay? Herpes simplex. Look, what are they saying? 50-60% of the population get outbreaks of cold sores. One of the things that I probably talked to you about is the huge increase in the amount of herpes zoster, which is shingles. So, but this study is saying now they know for sure how you get a cold sore or shingles, okay? Now, we know, okay, and just a recap, we know that you get the chicken pox as the kid. That's the herpes virus, okay? And it's actually, who doesn't get the chicken pox? And you get it, and now you have the herpes virus, okay? You have the herpes virus. But that's all right. Your immune system knows exactly what to do with it. You know what it does with it? It puts it to bed. It puts it to bed until, and this is what the research is showing, until your cortisol levels go out of control. Cortisol, and this is the headline, cortisol at the University of Virginia School of Medicine has an effect where now the virus, the herpes virus, either herpes simplex or herpes zoster, gets activated. So it doesn't get activated for no reason. It gets activated under enormous stress. And so stress, cortisol, when you are, look, if someone's chasing you, that's cortisol. There's nothing wrong with that. Your body is made for that. But it's not made for you to have that long term. And what they're showing is if you have the herpes virus, which 99% of the population have or more, really, again, it lays dormant until your immune system is affected by cortisol. It's something I've always said. This is the reason that we see so much more now. We see so much more, especially of shingles. Shingles is huge. It's huge today. It's in like an epidemic proportion. The virus activates when the immune system, because of cortisol, releases cytokine called interleukin 1. Cortisol plays with the immune system. So that's another headline in health news. Let me give you another one. This one is on the virus, COVID, but listen to this. You guys will appreciate this. Low HDL and high triglycerides, low HDL, remember we talked about this? I talk about it almost on a daily basis. Two of the most important tests that you will get when you get your blood work. Get your triglycerides and get your HDL. If you want to send me all your cholesterol levels, I don't care. I mean it. Don't try and convince me to look at your LDL or total cholesterol. Oh, my cholesterol is going up. Well, wait a minute. I want it to go up. What is your triglyceride levels? If triglycerides are high, listen to this. If triglycerides are high and your HDL will be low, it's a teeter-totter. If triglycerides are high, your HDL will be low. This is very dangerous for the outcome of COVID. Headline. Low HDL and high triglycerides project the severity of the virus. Isn't that amazing? The same things that we talked about this week. When I said healthy brain, healthy heart, baby. You remember that? I think that was Monday. Healthy brain, healthy heart. We talked about even looking at the same factors, HDL and triglycerides have a major impact on your heart, of course, right? Because triglycerides are floating through your bloodstream, and it has even in vascular for the brain, and we showed the connection. You can review that, go back, listen to the podcast on the brain and heart connection. But now they're showing the immune connection. That if you have high triglycerides, how do you get high triglycerides? How do you get high triglycerides? How do you get high triglycerides? When you eat crappy carbohydrates, when you eat sugar, that's how you get high triglycerides is food. So is HDL. It's food. So now it's not only for your brain, and we talked about what sugar does in the brain, terrible for the brain, but high triglycerides and low HDL are dangerous for your immune system, and this has to do with its effect on inflammation. Inflammation. Remember, inflammation is not Houdini. Inflammation is not Houdini. Here's some other things that came out again every day, just about every day. I'm reading headlines, and a lot of them are coming out of the United Kingdom because they're really dealing with this virus big time. and they've been shut down. Okay, so low HDL, high triglycerides project severity. So, of course, is low vitamin D. We talked about that. Everybody and their dog should be on vitamin D. Ooh, the sun. And obesity. 80% of hospitalized people with COVID were obese. See the connection? See the connection, guys, to metabolic syndrome. Over and over again, from cancer to cardiovascular disease, to Alzheimer's, to diabetes, and even the immune system, the virus. Okay? So then when Krispy Kreme's offering you a free donut, oh, I can hardly handle it, guys. Okay, so I talked about that. There was another headline here that I want to talk about. Gut microbiome, but I'm going to talk about that later because I just wanted to give you two headlines with vitamin D. Okay, so let me give you two headlines with vitamin D. Again, two new studies with vitamin D. Okay, let me give you the first one. Headline: researchers urge closer examination at the sunlight's ability to destroy the virus. Now, I got some pushback last year when in March of 2020, I mentioned this, I talked about it, I was telling everyone that would listen, the best thing for a virus to protect yourself internally, but even to kill the virus, and people really push back at me. They really, how come so many people in Florida? How come they're sick in Florida? How come, and I mean it. I got some people that stopped following me because I insulted them, they said. I insulted them. Well, listen, I was just giving you my 2 pennies worth. I just said, look, my experience with any virus or whatever, they're more seasonal. They're seasonal. And it's always worse. I'm not saying that you can't get COVID in the summer. Please don't misquote me. All I'm saying is, and look at the research. Researchers urge closer examination at the sunlight's ability to destroy the virus. Yes. I was saying bring us all Canadians. For the amount of money that we spent, we should put us all in, these cargo planes and flew us to the beaches in Florida. Okay? Flew us to the beaches in Florida. And then someone said, well, how come Florida at first, they're doing very well now, but how come Florida did poorly? Because two things. One, they have the oldest population on average in the United States of America is Florida. Number two, Floridians are famous for not going in the sun. They're scared of the sun. I'm telling you, they have some of the lowest levels of vitamin D in all of the country in the United States are Floridians. You know why? Because they bought the Johnson & Johnson lie of sunscreen, number one, and number two, don't go in the sun. The sun's going to give you skin cancer. Okay? So that's headline number one with vitamin D. Listen to this. Headline number two with vitamin D are the sun. Women who work outside, okay, women who work outside are 17% less likely to get breast cancer. women who work outside are 17% less likely to get breast cancer. Once again, vitamin D. Vitamin D in cancer, vitamin D in the immune system, which is one of the ways it works. Okay? So let me just go over some. Let's do a little bit of vitamin D and the sun. Okay, I'm going to give you sort of vitamin D or the sun 101. Okay? Go over it again. Who would be low in vitamin D? Here's what the research shows, okay? Who would be low in vitamin D if you are over 65, okay? Again, most vitamins like B12, vitamin D, people that get older have trouble absorbing vitamin D and even B12. They have trouble absorbing it as they get older. That's problem with aging. Problem with aging, okay? If you have darker skin, number 2, if you have darker skin, you need twice the amount of vitamin D or the sun, okay? Twice the amount than a person like me who has light skin. If you work indoors, okay, and this always bothers people because, I always tell them, it's not the people that work outdoors that get skin cancer. Not that they can't get it, but if they do, they usually get the basal cell carcinoma and not the more dangerous melanoma. This is just a fact, guys. You can scream at me, you can, whatever you want to do. But here's the facts. If you work indoors, you are much more susceptible to skin cancer. If you have low levels of vitamin D, so imagine, if you have low levels of vitamin D, you are much more susceptible to skin cancer. Guys, that's facts. Might bother you. Some people don't like to hear that. People who are low in vitamin D are over 65, darker skin, work indoors, wear sunscreen. Number 4, wear sunscreen. Okay? And again, don't come to me and tell me that I don't like sunscreen. I don't. I want you to cover up. My way of getting vitamin D is expose your arms and legs. Look, at even vitamin D in the eyeballs is good for your eyeballs. Don't look directly in the sun, but you get the sunlight in here. Don't wear sunglasses if you can help it. Get vitamin D right in here. You know why? Because it helps with your melatonin. Even in the wintertime, at least you'll get melatonin. You won't get vitamin D through your eyeballs as much as you'll get melatonin. But 15 to 20 minutes gives you 10,000 IUs of vitamin D on your arms and on your legs. And look, if you live in Northern Ontario, in the next month or so, you'll be able to get outside and, enjoy the sun with a t-shirt on and, maybe shorts on. But in the wintertime, well, good luck with that. Okay? So, over 65, darker skin, work indoors, wear sunscreen, live in the northern hemisphere, obviously going to be low in vitamin D, or you live in Florida and you're buying the lie in Florida. Don't go in the sun, it's dangerous. Oh, there's not a vitamin that's better for you. Those with GI problems like Crohn's or celiac or ulcerative colitis, any kind of digestive GI problems, because vitamin D needs a good gut too, okay? Because this is where you synthesize vitamin D. Those with gallbladder issues. Oh, ladies. Chicken and salad and you're not eating enough fat, and you need fat to absorb vitamin D. It's a fat-soluble vitamin. It's a fat-soluble. It's really a hormone. It's a precursor hormone. Those with bile issues, gallbladder, use it or lose it, okay? Vegans and vegetarians are chronically low in vitamin D because they don't get it in their food. Vitamin D, they don't get it because they don't eat it. It's fat-soluble vitamin. Those with kidney disease, again, you need good kidneys and good liver to metabolize vitamin D properly, okay? How do you get kidney disease? Usually sugar, not salt, sugar. Those who work, number 10, those who work shift work. Well, it just makes sense, right? Your body's upside down, and vitamin D. So let's just give you a couple of things, okay? Your skin is exposed to the UVB ray, okay? UVB, you need UVB, okay? Oh, and that's how you get your vitamin D from the sun. Vitamin D helps with, what is vitamin D? Obviously with the immune system, right? Well documented. Everybody and their dog should be taking vitamin D or getting enough sun to get their vitamin D for your immune system. We showed you even for cancer, even for breast cancer, every cell in your body has a receptor for vitamin D, but especially your T cells, your immune system, okay? You need cholesterol to synthesize, requires cholesterol for vitamin D to be synthesized in your kidneys and in your liver. You need cholesterol. How do you get cholesterol? Eggs, meat, and cheese. You need the animal kingdom. That is why vegetarians and vegans are chronically low in vitamin D. And vitamin D, one of the things that it does, the immune system, protects you from cancer, even skin cancer. It protects you from cancer. It protects you from breast cancer. And men, prostate cancer and breast cancer are two cancers that are similar. Obviously, mostly in women for breast, although men can get breast cancer, but prostate cancer is the same type of cancer, caused by insulin, caused by too much estrogen, and low levels of vitamin D. 80% of the population are low in vitamin D. It's a crime. One of the things vitamin D does, it lowers all your markers of inflammation. Now remember, inflammation isn't the cause of disease, but it is a big factor in disease when you have high insulin, when you have, we talked about this, free radical damage, oxidative damage, and thirdly, leaky gut. The three seeds of disease. Create inflammation. Step number 2. Vitamin D is a biomarker that lowers all your other biomarkers of inflammation. It's one of the ways it works the most. And remember, I showed you that white blood cell. Remember? I think I'm going to post it again so we can look at it again. You saw that white blood cell, and what was it doing? It was chasing a bacteria, remember? But its little antenna, what makes your T cells work, What makes your T cells work, those white blood cells that chase after viruses and bacteria and cancer cells, is vitamin D, the sun. Oh, I get so uptight. Vitamin D keeps abnormal cells like cancer cells from multiplying. So it makes it good. Think of almost anything in health, and you have to think of the importance of vitamin D. 17% less likely that women that work outdoors get breast cancer. The researchers urge a closer examination at sunlight's ability to destroy this virus. It increases, vitamin D increases your magnesium absorption. It increases your bones, your bone quality. You get less bone aging, including osteoporosis and osteopenia. That's well established, by the way, of course, because most doctors, that's the only reason they'd ever give you vitamin D, is all they can think of is bones. But it's well established what it does for your bones. Increases your neuromuscular function. Even vitamin D for neuromuscular. It regulates your hormones. A lot of people have terrible hormones because vitamin D, they don't have good levels of vitamin D. We know what it does. Vitamin D is important for the brain, for your memory, your cognitive function. Is there anything that vitamin D isn't good for? The sun. Sun, steak, and steel. Sun, steak, and steel. Vitamin D. Okay. Every day I get something on vitamin D. And, I don't know if you got tired of hearing about it, but I got the can't help it, so I can't help but tell you about vitamin D. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to do a morning session again, okay? We'll do morning tomorrow at our regular time. The Metabolic Reset book, #1 selling book in Canada, still available at the Martin Clinic. We appreciate it, martinclinic.com. If you are not a member of the Martin Clinic Facebook group, we want you to join that tremendous community, and we sure appreciate all the loyal following. Thank you for making this podcast and this live. We're averaging about 8,000 to 10,000 views a day on this program, and the podcast is well over 2 million downloads now, and we thank you for that. We appreciate it. It's all you guys. It's all you guys. It's all people sharing this, recommending this teaching series to your friends and family and whatever. It's all you guys. You have made this a tremendous success, and we thank you. You have no idea how much fun I have preparing these studies. Of course, sometimes I get my blood pressure up, but generally I do pretty good. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Friday, question and answer, so don't be shy. Send in your questions. Love you. Bye.